Fortnite is a game I've been interested in since I first learned about it from an ex-friend during Season 3, and I eagerly waited to play the game day one when it came to Nintendo Switch. Now, I wasn't really interested in the gameplay. I only played to check out a season, get a skin I want, then I wouldn't touch the game again until the next season. I did this until Chapter 2 Season 6, however, I did come back at some point during Chapter 3 for the Among Us cosmetics and to play the Imposters LTM. Rest in peace. However, in October 2023, I heard some rumblings that we might be going back to Chapter 1, and I was automatically hyped. And on November 2nd, 2023, Season OG released, and I played the hell out of it. And ever since then, I've been playing Fortnite at least once every week for the last year. Because of this, I've fully experienced Chapter 5, and as we go into Chapter 6, I thought it would be great to explore my experience with the nostalgia of Fortnite, mainly Chapter 2 Remix and OG Battle Royale. Maybe a bit of Reload too, along with sharing my thoughts on Chapter 5 and my first impressions of Chapter 6. Let's begin. Fortnite Chapter 5 decided to start out with a bang! Literally, with the Big Bang Live event, which introduced us to the metaverse and some new game modes, that being LEGO, Rocket Racing and Festival. LEGO I found to be just a boring version of Minecraft. Rocket Racing is underrated in my opinion for just being a really fun kart racer, and Festival is a really relaxing and enjoyable experience and is one of the best rhythm games I've ever played. And by that I mean the only other rhythm game I've played is Friday Night Funkin'. And then we have Battle Royale, where every new chapter gives us a brand new mode, loot pool and mechanic. For Chapter 5, I thought the map was great and I loved the European theme. The loot pool was balanced, mod benches were cool, Battle Pass was great. Overall, I think we had a very solid first season. Season 2 I'm a bit mixed on since I liked the theme of it being around mythical gods and the best mythic Zeus's lightning, and the Wings of Icarus were great for traversal. I do wish they bring back the Wings of Icarus in some way though. The Avatar collab was cool, however I do feel like it overstayed its welcome and ruined a bit of the season, since it added new mythics based on each element, but also took away the season mythics such as Zeus's lightning and the Chains of Hades. Also, Avatar doesn't fit the theme of the season. I reckon it should have been a Persona collab instead. But hey, at least the Midas LTM was cool. Season 3 decided to cover almost the entire bottom part of the island into a post-apocalyptic wasteland, introducing some new killer POIs and the Nitro Fists I absolutely loved. However, this season did become quite controversial, mainly because they decided to make it so cars are now OP, and basically if you didn't have a car, you might as well give up. Now personally, I did enjoy this style of gameplay, but I can see why a majority hated it. Especially since in the late game where everyone is in a car and it just becomes a game of whose car explodes first. During this season we had a collab with the Pirates of the Caribbean, which I think was pretty cool, but unfortunately it was a bit too short in my opinion. Oh, and how can I forget, Fortnite Reloads released too, and became the new home for Sweats. Oh, and we also got the Festival Battle stage, which no one unfortunately plays, and Fall Guys? Wait, why are they here again? Oh yeah. Lastly, we have Season 4, which turned out to be another Marvel season, which was a welcome surprise. And it was cool being able to use the Marvel superpowers once again, but I feel like they were a bit too overpowered. The Day of Doom LTM was pretty cool, I had lots of fun with that, and the mini event with Doom as a boss was cool, although I'm disappointed that I couldn't participate though. Fortnitemares also happened during the end of the season, which was cool, but I wasn't too interested in it. However, Chapter 5 Season 4 decided to end off with a live event which gave us a mini concert which featured Snoop Dogg and Ice Spice performing in Times Square in New York, and that event also gave us the grand reveal that we'll be going back to Chapter 2. Now as I mentioned earlier, I did play a bit of Chapter 2 back in the day, but I didn't fully take it all in. So let's see if Chapter 2 Remix delivered. So Chapter 2 Remix is heavily based on Chapter 2 Season 2, down to its POIs and Remix Battle Pass, but it has a twist being that some POIs have been taken over by rapper legends. The Agency is now the Dog Pound, the Grower is now Mum Spaghetti, taken over by Eminem, the Shark is now Ice Spice Isle, and lastly, I don't think this counts as Juice WRLD having a POI, but hey, at least he's here. The rappers have also taken over some of the loot pool, like the Boogie Bombs now make you do a dance from Snoop Dogg, or the minigun which when firing plays Rap Gods by Eminem. It's a really cool twist, but at the same time, I just want to go back to Chapter 2 with no changes. But hey, at least this happened on my very first match. Now I just want to say, for the record, I love playing Fortnite with friends, and I had an absolute blast playing with a few of them this season. It was great working together, and during one match with a friend group we decided to abuse the car jumping glitch while it was still around, which I thought was pretty funny. And the choppers, oh my god, the choppers, I love flying these things. But yeah, the season didn't really hit the same for me. It was nice re-exploring the map and its POIs, and also, Epic Games, if you are somehow watching this, please make shakedowns permanent. I love doing this. The season decided to end off by showing the device from the Season 2 finale, and then all 4 of the rappers had a concert, which was really nice to see, since we haven't had a proper concert in Fortnite since Chapter 2 Season 7 with Ariana Grande. I really hope Epic do concerts like these again, and of course, Juice WRLD had a beautiful tribute. Finally, the event ended with Jones, Hope, the Battle Bus, and a 0-point shard going into a rift created by the Barfly, with us following behind and seeing the Chapter 6 island. This is probably the best live event we've had in a long time, and was much better than what we got at the start of the season, and all of Chapter 5 really. Before I go into Chapter 6, I want to briefly touch upon something that was released during Chapter 5. Fortnite Reload is a game mode that released during Chapter 5 Season 3, where it's similar to Battle Royale, except you can always respawn until all of your team is gone or reboots turn off, with you trying to be the last squad standing. The island is also different since it's about a quarter of the size of a normal island. It also features some of the loot pool from Chapters 1, 2 and 3. Not only that, but the island features some POIs from Chapter 1, and during Chapter 2 Remix, they added a new island which was based on Chapter 1 Season 5 called Oasis. Now this is cool and all, but unfortunately this is what kind of ruins Reload for me. No, it's not the classic POIs or loot pool, it's the sweats. Look, I'm not that great at Fortnite, and you can tell me to get good, but like, look at this shit. I really hope this doesn't happen in OG Battle Royale. Fortnite Chapter 6 is probably the best chapter I've ever played so far. Now granted, I've only played these chapters, but this chapter adds so much. Like we have new movement like rolling and wall jumping, we have Typhoon Blades which are extremely OP, these new Omni masks which are really cool, new menacing bosses, and finally the big main addition, sprites, which are these adorable looking creatures, and when you return them to a shrine, depending on which one you returned, depends on what ability you get, like running fast with a pickaxe, or revealing nearby enemies when you knock an enemy down, and more. I also love this new map. It might be my favourite thanks to the stunning Japanese theme of the island, which is fueling my urge even more to go to Japan one day. Overall, Chapter 6 Season 1 is really good and probably one of Fortnite's best seasons in a long time. Also, you can play soccer on the map, which is really fun. But we're not quite done just yet, as just like the launch of Chapter 5, Fortnite decided to release some new modes to be part of this metaverse. And on November 12th, 2024, Epic Games made a tweet that would shock the community. Fortnite OG is a nearly perfect recreation of Chapter 1 Season 1 with classic POIs and loot pool, so you can play Fortnite just like it's 2017. I was so embracing this I decided to rock the classic Jonesy look, which I shouldn't have done day one because all of this happened. Thankfully, Epic added skill-based matchmaking and bots, and now Fortnite OG is much more playable for the casuals just like myself. I must say that Epic really outdid themselves on making the mode feel like classic Fortnite. Now granted, we still have the mod movement and UI, but we have the classic grenade icons and the old items aura and sounds. So far, Fortnite OG has had a promising start with the recreation of its first season, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do the other seasons. Ballistic is a first-person team-based shooter where 10 players are split into 2 teams, attackers and defenders. The attackers have to place a rift device and make sure it goes off. If the device goes off or the defenders are all eliminated, then the attackers win. However, if the defenders eliminate all the attackers and or deactivate the rift device, then the defenders win. After each round, you'll gain credits, which you can then spend on for better weapons, grenades and shields. However, if you die, then you will lose all of those items, creating a very cool risk and reward system. I like Ballistic, it actually reminds me of Halo Infinite, which might be the reason why I'm drawn to this mode the most. However, since Ballistic is in early access, there is only one map to play, and at the moment the mode has some interesting bugs to say the least. I'm sure once the mode gets fully ironed out, it will be a perfect experience. LEGO Brick Life is basically LEGO GTA, except it removes everything that makes you want to play GTA. If you want that, then play LEGO City Undercover. Brick Life isn't bad per se, it's just not my kind of thing. You just place a house, do jobs, and earn money. So then you can buy vehicles, houses, and decorations. I can see why people like this, but it isn't my thing. This feels like something straight out of Roblox. Speaking of, LEGO Brick Life is always online, which is cool, but I feel isn't necessary. And I wish there was an option to play privately so I don't have to deal with children. How do I know I'm playing with children? Well, first, it's LEGO, but second, I have to deal with this little shit. And also, they made it so you can chat with anyone playing that server, and well, yeah, so don't expect me to touch anything LEGO related in Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 5 was a mixed bag of a chapter by having a great map and POIs, interesting loot pool and mechanics. Fortnite Reload is a really cool concept that has been taken over by a few sweats. Chapter 2 Remix was a great return to Chapter 2, but could have been a more bare, faithful, authentic experience. Chapter 6 has started off with one of the best seasons Fortnite has had in a while, with a fantastic map, POIs, loot pool and mechanics. Fortnite OG is a mostly faithful recreation of Chapter 1 Season 1 and it feels like you're playing the game in 2017, but there's a teeny tiny bit of a sweat problem. Ballistic is a great first person shooter and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do with it in the future, and LEGO Brick Life is LEGO GTA, but for babies. I will forever love Fortnite as a game since there is something for everyone, whether it's the creative maps, or festival, or LEGO, or Fall Guys, or rocket racing. Whatever it is, there's always something for everyone. Overall, I look forward to seeing what Fortnite does in the future, and I hope the children get to go outside and touch grass. Is what I wish I could say, but unfortunately, as I'm recording the end of this, they decide to add Skibidi Toilet to the game now. I can't believe this has just happened. Why am I ending the video like this? Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.